Good day, YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about life, what it's like, life on an Air Force base. And I'm taking this from my experiences, and I'm also going to share one website with you that's very good. Before I do that, let me ask you a question. I have 2 tickets. This is for the Air Force graduation, Air Force Academy graduation on June the 2nd. And the guest speaker is the President of the United States, President Obama. I have 2 tickets. I know my daughter's going to this, and my question to you is, should I go or should I let my wife go? My wife is saying she wants me to go. I really want to go, but I really want my wife to go. So as of right now, since I only have 2 tickets, 2 of us are going to go. Who is it going to be? Who do you think should go and why? That's just a question. So if you live on base or work on base, here's what it's like. You work on base. Let's say you could work 2 miles, 3 miles from where you live if you live on base. That's pretty convenient. Some people don't like to live on base, and that's fine. I've lived on and off base. So you're going to work on base. Some people live either in the dorm or base housing. And this applies to most bases, most Air Force bases. Child Development Center. So if you have children and you're working, and let's say both of you work or you're a single parent, your child can go to the Child Development Center, and there's actually one right across the street here. And you pay for that, but that is, your children are taken care of depending on what their age is, whether it's 6 weeks old or let's say before and after school, that your child needs to go to the child care location for a few hours. Most bases have a clinic. Some of them have hospitals. Most of them don't at this point, but they may have a clinic. So you can get your prescriptions refilled there. Dental place as well. Most bases have a dental office, so that's a convenience thing as well. On the actual Air Force base, you may have an Airman and Family Readiness Center. That's in most bases do have that. That's where I used to work when I was a civilian. And they offer a lot of great programs for service members and their family members as well, if you do have a family. And in some cases, civil service employees can use those benefits as well. Let's say you just got to this base and your household items aren't here, and instead of buying pots and pans, you can borrow them at a loan closet. Or maybe go to an airman's attic and they have items that you can get for free. Most of the times they're used, sometimes they're new, but most of the times they're, like I said, used. Mental health services. Let's say you're stressed out about something. You're going to find those services on a base. And that individual is going to meet with you in private and give you some tools that you may need. Going back to the Airman Family Readiness Center, they also have family life consultants, MFLEX, Military Family Life Consultants. And that's a great tool that I used maybe 5 years ago. It's private. Right behind me is a chapel. So most bases have a chapel with different denomination for services. So that's a good thing as well. Lodging is another great benefit that we have on military bases or Air Force bases for sure. And that's something that you can use. It's $60 a day currently, right now. Sometimes that goes up. So as of today, it's $60 that I know of. Most bases have a service station, gasoline station, and a place that you can actually get some minor repairs on your vehicle taken care of. For example, here it's Firestone. Legal services, if you need that, that's taken care of for you. In most cases, it's free. I don't know that they charge for any services, but they may not do everything. So let's say you're going through a divorce and you need to hire an attorney. Well, that's most likely not going to happen on base, but contact the legal office at your base so they can tell you what they do and don't offer. Education Center is a great tool. That could be because you want to take classes, you want to see what you need for your CCAF degree, your associate's degree, Community College of the Air Force, bachelor's, master's, or even doctorate. They'll guide you and tell you what schools are here locally. And sometimes they offer classes here on the military base. Also professional development. So let's say you need to brush up on your interviewing technique or negotiating a salary. They'll help you out with that as well. Commissary, which is a grocery store. My wife shops at the Commissary, and she has for the last 20 years. We enjoy it. Actually, the prices are very good. There's also a food court. A food court is just something that has a few restaurants. Could be Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell, whatever that. Every base is different. And there's also going to be a coffee shop, most likely. We have our own fire department, police department here on base. Most bases have that. Obviously, police department, that's security forces, but we have a fire department here on base as well. You may have a club. That could be the enlisted club, officers club. Sometimes they're combined these days. So that's where you can go out and just hang out for a while. MWR, morale, welfare and recreation. If you wanted to go camping and you want to, instead of buying a tent, renting a tent, you can do that as well. They'll have tickets if you want to go to the ski, if you want to go ski, discount tickets. So, or whitewater rafting or whatever you can think of. Every base is different. Most bases, older bases, have a golf course, so that's a good benefit as well. Here at Buckley, we currently don't have a golf course, and I don't think we're going to get one either. It's a newer base. Bank or credit union, you'll find that as well in most bases. A flight line for official military travel. Some bases are going to have an aero club, so if you want to get your private license, pilot's license, you can use the aero club on base as well. Older bases have movie theaters, parks, volleyball, basketball, library, auto hobby shop, bowling alley, maybe a museum. So it's going to depend per the actual base. Now, the best thing that you can do is click on the link that I have at the bottom. It's for theairforce.com. And that's where I got my information from as well. But I've also used a lot of these services as well. So make sure that you click on that link and get it from the experts. The last thing is I'm going to show you this magazine right here. This is for Buckley Air Force Base. And my challenge to you is at your military installation, find that magazine, whether it's once a month, whether it's the newspaper or a magazine like that, or online, and see what is out there. If you're already in the service and you've never heard of any of these programs, here's the good news. It's not too late to know, to be educated about what's out there. If you want to know what the Air Force is like as far as the life in the Air Force, that is the website that you can go to, airforce.com, click on careers, click on life on a base, and get educated so you can see what it's like. It's a good life. I hope it's been helpful. You take care.